Hi guys, me again. Happy Easter to everybody. Hope everyone's safe and well. Um, so I have literally come straight from work. Decided to do my walk now. It is now 8:45. Well, not even 9:15 yet. And the reason why I've come now is because I've just seen the weather forecast. Apparently, we're in for storms later. Heavy rain, thunder and lightning. So obviously I don't want to get caught in that. So I thought I'll do a quick walk now. Um, Luckily enough, because obviously I am in the car, I'm on my way home from work, so that should be okay. So I've come a bit further along the promenade from where the dips were from the other day. So I'm just going to show you a little bit up here. It's not really a lot to see. Obviously the sea. There won't be any waves, I'm afraid, today because the tide is far out. I mean, miles out. So I won't be walking off to there. And obviously the weather's a little bit cooler today as well. So yeah, hope it's okay. So guys, just to show you how far out the sea is. I actually can't see the sea. I can see plenty of sandbanks. There's a little bit of water from like channels and things, but the sea is out of sight. And that's the Irish Sea over there. So that's the dips over there and the bit of promenade that I walked along the other day that I showed you. So I'm just going to walk up this way a little bit. So this part of the beach and area is actually known as Harrison Drive. That's the actual name of the road, but the whole area, we just call it Harrison Drive Beach. That building in front is a lifeguard viewing post, a bit like Baywatch, I suppose. That's been there for years. It's now operated by the RNLI. Used to be operated by the council. They used to have a beach patrol, but yeah, RNLI took over a few years back. But they're not on duty at the moment during the virus and things like that. So I'll tell you what though, it's not actually that windy today. Don't know if you can notice it on the sound. I haven't got big gusts of wind blowing on the speakers. Oh, little bird there. So yeah. So what's everybody doing this Easter? I know there's not much that we can do, but I hope you can make something of it. I think what we should do is, once the lockdown's over, we should just save up all the celebrations and things that we've missed out on, and just have them all in one go and have so much fun. So we've got some boats there parked up. Well, parked up, yeah, they're on trailers and things. So ooh, excuse me, got a little bit of a croaky throat. I'm actually coming down with a bit of a cold, and it is just a cold, don't worry. Yeah, a bit of a runny nose and things. I think it's just all the stress from work. But don't worry, I'm still well in myself, don't worry. Yeah, so this is the Wallasey Boat Club. Let's walk over to this. Go see these boats. It's more like a boat graveyard, to be honest. I mean, there's bits of boat everywhere. Don't know how these boats have ended up so bad, but I don't think some of them will be sailing again. That one over there's got a massive hole ripped in the bottom of it. Yeah, they're just rotting away, some of them. Some of them are quite nice still. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if I had a boat, I'd take really good care of it. I'd make sure it was painted up nicely and looked after and cleaned. There's no way I'd let them get into some of this state. You know, you can't imagine a boat being quite cheap. So this building here is fairly new, actually. New Brighton actually has 2 lifeboat stations technically. This is one of them, but this one was only built a few years back. The RNLI down here actually got a hovercraft, but they didn't have anywhere in the other lifeboat station to store it with the actual boat and tractor in there. So they built that, and yeah, that's where the hovercraft's kept. Don't know if you can see in the distance there, Leasowe Lighthouse, which, yes, I have got a video of, and we'll be uploading it eventually, but I'm going to be using that one as a filler for when I haven't got any other videos to put up, like when I do these walks if I'm too tired. Now, that building up there is called the Derby Pool. It's actually a Harvester restaurant now. It used to be a Brewster's. Very Art Deco, but that's where I always go for my all-you-can-eat breakfasts in the mornings. Sometimes when I've finished work, go in there at 9 o'clock, and I've got till 11 o'clock to eat as much bacon and sausage and you name it, all the cereals, have the lot, just for a tenner. But the reason it's got its name, the Derby Pool, and I can't give you too much history on it because I haven't actually researched it, but there actually did used to be an open air swimming pool there. We actually had 2 around here, because there was the open air swimming pool there, and then there was one all the way down in New Brighton, which was much bigger. Now, I remember the one in New Brighton. I went there a couple of times when I was about 4 or 5 as a kid, and the water was freezing, and they had a big water fountain, and you could climb up to the top of the water fountain and sit on top and make all the water squirt all over the place. Whereas this one was more of a square shape. It was a much smaller pool, but it was also very deep and apparently colder. But that was actually gone before I was even born. But there are photographs of it, which I shall show you one now. So yeah, there is absolutely nothing left to even suggest that it was there. But obviously the actual restaurant itself has got a plaque inside, which was the original plaque from when it opened to the public, when the pool opened to the public, and it was opened by the Earl of Derby. So they actually have that hanging on the wall as you walk in. Let's see what we can see on here. Some of the things we might see. Oh yeah, we used to have a hovercraft as well. Oh, actually, here's another picture of the Derby Pool. So you remember the other day I put the video up of a place called the Gun Site, which is actually right there. So this is the promenade that leads towards that. and it might actually say on this sign. Okay, so this one's saying Wallasey Dunes. So this is where all the sand dunes are, and then where the sand dunes are is where the gun site is. So I've sort of filled in the gap between New Brighton and the gun site for you. So you've pretty much, so far through all the videos that I've put up, you've seen everything from Seacombe to just beyond New Brighton along the coast. So yeah, those dogs have been here again, digging big holes. Really peaceful down here today. Just walking along, listening to the bird song. Haven't even got the sound of the sea to disturb the sound of the birds. Can you hear that? Absolutely nobody around at the moment. It's just really, really peaceful and calm. So the golf course is still being well looked after. Look how beautiful that grass is around the bunker. I've just seen, I wish I could have recorded it actually, but there was like big jets of water coming out from over there before them watering the grass. I just looked over it first, I thought, oh god, is that a burst water main or something, and then I saw it was like actually spraying over to the grass. Okay guys, I'm gonna leave it there. Only a short one today. I'm gonna go home, get some sleep. Been a long shift and got another long shift again tonight. So I'll just ask the questions now. Trying to think of one now. Oh yeah. Okay, so does anybody have anything they like to collect? Now, I've got a couple of collections. Obviously, I've got my theme park merchandise collection, and memorabilia, including my Megaphobia wheel, which is my favourite piece. But another thing I like to do is collect 50p pieces, the ones with different backs on them, so the Peter Rabbits and Sir Isaac Newtons and things like that. And I collect them all up. I don't put them in an album, no. I have a Bertie Bassett money box, and I put them all into there. So yeah, that's a couple of my collections. So comment down below, let me know if you've got any interesting collections. And I don't know, would anyone like to see a video on my theme park collection, my merchandise collection? And I'll just go through that. I mean, it's not a lot, a couple of shelves really. It's nothing like Theme Park Worldwide's shed. So yeah, but I can go through a few of the items that I've got on there if you're interested. It might do for a bad weather day or one of my little filler videos. I have actually also had a lot more questions sent to me in private messages, so there will be a question and answers coming soon with myself and Chaz. But for the time being, everybody take care, look after yourselves, stay safe, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.